We're now going to go to 10.0, which are action items. We are now going to 10.1, which is second reading from Title IX policy. Do I hear a motion for the board to approve policy AXX Title IX, which provides a structured grievance process for sexual harassment as outlined in and required by new federal regulations accompanying Title IX of the Education Amendments Act of 1972?
Madam Chair, attached, please find policy AXX Title IX for second reading and adoption. I move that the board approve policy AXX Title IX. This is a new standalone Title IX policy which provides a structured grievance process for sexual harassment as outlined in and required by new federal regulations accompanying Title IX of the Education Amendments Act of 1972.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Guyton. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Dr. Powers. We now have a motion and a second on the floor. And Mr. Stacy, you want to walk us through this one, please?
Okay, so basically y'all received this in first reading last month, and we're just asking for it to be adopted. I've shared this with attorney firms. The policy was developed using a blend of language in the South Carolina School Board Association's model policy, and a draft policy was presented to the law firm of Halligan, Mahoney, and Williams, and it's been edited for our purposes, and we have already started. This all went into effect August 15th or 14th, and we've already started the process of training. As you read through the policy, you'll note that there has to be training provided for coordinators, investigators, decision makers, informal resolution facilitators, and appeal decision makers. And so we have worked through, we've begun that process now. We've had over 150 people participate in an overview for what this represents and how this works. On Thursday, September 10th, we had 7 people participate in a coordinator training. We had yesterday, we had over 40 people participate in an informal resolution facilitator training. We have the investigator training for tomorrow, and we'll do the decision-making training on Friday, September 18th. And so we feel pretty good about the progress that we've made towards the implementation of this process. And if it's adopted tonight, then we will move forward with getting the information on our website, which is a part of the law, and identify the coordinators and have that information available to the public.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Stacy. Do we have any questions or comments for Mr. Stacy?
Just one question. How much does our proposed policy differ from the model policy after it went through the attorneys? I mean, was there anything of huge substance, or was it more nuanced?
It was pretty much what we did with Meredith, and Meredith can answer this probably better than I can, but she took the policy that the School Boards Association presented. She took the policy, Halligan and Mahoney and Williams had presented a policy for the districts that they serve. She put those two together. She had already started working on writing a policy, and literally, and I will say that when she shared it with Alan Smith, our attorney, he goes, "Man, this is really good. I'll probably take some of this." So I feel like it really does reflect what we want to do. And does that answer the question?
Yeah, so I take it it's a blend of the two things. I mean, it wasn't changing a here to and a therefore and all those things. There was actually some substance in there.
The school board's model policy is not a standalone. Speak in the microphone. The school board's policy. The school board's model policy is not a standalone policy that addresses just Title IX. They took the existing sexual harassment policies for students and for staff and added to those. So that's where the difference comes in on the model policy. There's lumps all sexual harassment together, whether it's Title IX or not sexual harassment that doesn't rise to the level of Title IX. They put that all in one policy. We have separated it out.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Any other questions, board? Okay, this is an action item. We'll take a vote. All in favor of the second reading of the Title IX policy as presented by Mr. Stacy, our Chief Human Resources Officer, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries and it is unanimous.